right, cool. Well, cheers to our newest beer release.
Cheers.
I'm pretty stoked about it.
Yeah, me too.
Absolutely. So why are we so excited? Well, this is the beer that we're drinking here today. This is our liquid bake sale beer, brewed in support of the Texas Craft Brewers Guild, featuring some beautiful label art from Lauren Dickens, an Austin-based artist. And while we're on the topic of art, we might as well shout out Miss Katie Dunkel, who has supplied this beautiful hot painting over here behind us. But let's get into the beer, the reason why we have this post.
Yeah.
We are talking liquid bake sale. Unlike your traditional bake sale, we're brewers, so we didn't bake a damn thing. And instead, we brewed a beer, and the main ingredient in our beer is Texas grown malts. And that's important because this beer is actually a fundraising beer where the proceeds are going to support our local Texas Craft Brewers Guild. And so, Bryce, let's hear about the beer, man.
Yes. Inspiration for this beer was it's we're moving into springtime. It's starting to get hot here, and we wanted something light, refreshing, but really flavorful and complex.
Yeah.
Great for a good Texas spring patio day.
I think you nailed it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, this beer is a farmhouse style ale.
Yep.
Like we said, all Texas grown malt. The yeast strain as well is actually native to here in Texas in Big Bend National Park. So we worked with a cool company that went out and sourced it for us. And
based in San Antonio.
Yep. So trying to keep it as local as possible, as local in Texas as possible.
Yeah, and I think right there, I actually wanted to shout out a couple of the groups that we worked with. So the Texas grown malt was grown by Tex Malt from Fort Worth, Texas. And the yeast was propagated by Community Cultures in San Antonio. So at its roots, this beer is 100% Texas, and that's just the way we like it.
This beer is interesting too. So we wanted it to be complex but light and tart and refreshing. So what we did is we did a partial kettle sour before we fermented.
Yep.
Brings a nice tart dryness to the beer. We also fermented with about 50 pounds of blackberries and 3 pounds of sage.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get a really nice herbal aroma.
Yeah, on the nose, it just hits you. Herbaceous, sage.
Mm-hmm.
When you take that first sip, man, you don't get a ton of overpowering herbalness. You get that like blackberry just hits you. You get that tartness. It really finishes like a freshly picked blackberry.
Yeah. And then flavor-wise, you get a little bit of that sour tartness, but it really is blackberry forward.
Yeah.
Not sweet blackberry, but dry tart blackberry. And then that sage actually builds on the palate as well. So you get a little bit of that sage herbal herbaceousness on the finish, but still finishes really light, clean, dry. It's complex.
Would you say crushable?
I would say crushable.
I would say crushable too.
I would say crushable.
I could sit on a patio. Imagine this. Late spring, sitting on a patio, hanging out here in beautiful Austin, Texas, crushing a few of these gorgeous bad boys right here.
Yeah.
Hey man, I couldn't think of a better day.
I agree to that. I'll cheers to that, man.
I'll cheers to that.
Yeah.
It's so good. So this was released in bottles. Unfortunately, all the bottles are sold out. We did a super small batch run, but it doesn't mean you can't get your hands on this amazing product and that it's still not going to support our Texas craft brewers. So we brewed a pretty large batch. Should be in the tap room here for the next month or so.
Yeah.
So if you're in the South Austin area or you're looking to try something truly unique and different, support an awesome cause, our liquid bake sale, Blackberry Sage Farmhouse Ale, is the perfect beer, I think, for this time of year.
I think you're right, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
Cheers. Ooh.